And welcome back to According to Tom. My name is Tom. On today's episode, we are back with The Last of Us Season 2, Episode 3. It is a spoiler review, so be warned. Want to welcome back my co-host, as always, Dave. How you doing?
Good, man. Yeah, I'm excited to talk about this. This was good stuff.
It's good. It's a lot of stuff that's not in the game. But we'll go.
Really?
We'll talk
Okay. Well,
about it as we go into our
all right.
segment, the difference. Yeah. So, The Last of Us, season 2, episode 3. Now we're just a little bit of what's going on. We just had episode 2, and it was a very heavy, emotional
Yeah.
episode. We found out that one of our lead actors, our lead character, is no longer in the world of The Last of Us. Joel has been killed off. Before I
Yeah,
move
and
on,
he wasn't
yeah,
even Pedro
before I move,
Pascal wasn't even in the opening credits.
no. Just so everybody is warned here, we are going to be spoiling episode 3. So if you
Uh,
have not seen this episode 3, please go watch it, come back and listen to our thoughts and our opinions. And so right off the bat, Joel is dead. We get a little,
yes.
we get a glimpse of a girl who I'm not sure who that girl is, but washing his body and trying to clean him up, and then you get that scene that, oh man, there's three scenes in here that was really heartbroken and very emotional in my opinion. Um, this season, episode 3, is better than episode 3 of last season. You know, that Nick Offerman and that this,
Oh yeah.
yeah,
That was
ten,
episode 3?
yeah, it's so much better than that one
Okay.
in my opinion. But you get a little send off goodbye with Tommy saying bye to his brother, and as the camera pulls away, he goes, "Give my love to Sarah." Oh
Yeah,
man,
his daughter.
that was the daughter.
That was his daughter.
That's a
Yeah.
callback to the first episode of The
Yeah.
Last of Us in season 1. What a That was sad, man. I was really sad. And anyways, that was the beginning. Let me know your thoughts on the episode 3. What were some of the highlights that you have, and some of the things that you didn't like, and some of the highlights.
Um, let's see. Highlights probably I liked Catherine O'Hara's role in this episode.
She doesn't give a
Her
damn.
interaction with she doesn't, but she's willing to try. It seems like, and I mean, she at least approached Ellie, and to the actress's credit, she portrayed that character lying her butt off
Hmm.
and not doing a great job. Right? Just the attitude, like overly confident, overly calm about the whole situation. Um, the um, Dina, Dina,
Hmm.
Dina,
Gina.
uh, Dina. Yeah, her
Uh-huh.
character's. I like her character. The way she approached Ellie, that was written really well. Like, I'm bringing you this because I'm going to piss you off. So,
What
um,
a way to set it up too. And
yeah,
she just got out
yeah.
of the hospital and all that. Oh, and remember the beginning of the episode when she wakes up in the hospital and
Oh
she
yeah,
starts
yeah,
screaming. Oh my gosh,
yeah,
dude.
yeah.
Ooh.
Man, yeah, it was good. I didn't. So I like. Here's what I did like: the council. I like that
Mm-hmm.
they voted against what they wanted, despite she took her friend's advice. She wrote down her thoughts, and then there was the one guy. What was his name? The one with the cane.
I forgot his name.
Seth.
Stan.
I want to say, was it
S-
Stan or Seth? One of those.
One of those.
He got up and he out of turn, and I think that scene was written pretty well
That scene was to
because yeah,
redeem Seth or Stan, whatever, redeem his character because of what
it
he
did
said.
indeed it
Yeah.
was, and
Yeah.
the whole kind of his whole arc in this this episode was to kind of redeem him from the previous. He's doing the best he can. Um, but yeah, I like didn't expect the council to be overwhelming no uh, to what they were proposing, which I like that.
Well, I think it makes sense that I
Big
wasn't surprised to say no. Remember, it was 3 months after,
sure, true, yeah,
and if this
yeah,
happens maybe 5 days after, we
sure,
might
yeah,
they
that's
might have
true.
voted different. So
Yeah, I guess to it doesn't play into some of the like tropes of other stories where
yeah,
this important character's been taken and all these people are in favor of you know bringing that person to justice, whereas in this they're not falling into that same
yeah,
trope.
and
They're overwhelmingly like, no,
El-
we gotta take care of ours first.
Ellie's lying off her butt, man. She doesn't want justice. She wants revenge, and she
She
knows she
wants
does.
revenge. Yeah.
But she plays the part well, and she understands there are certain people on the council that understands justice, which is Marie.
Yeah.
Marie she was a lawyer. She had to deal with law,
Hmm.
so she was trying to please her ears, like what are they, those
Yeah.
yay sayers or whatever they call us,
Naysayers.
or not naysayer, but like people who like they sell snake oil. They call it snake oil, like type of people.
Oh,
They go,
snake oil salesman.
yeah, like
Yeah.
they're trying to appease them to using those words, and she was smart to use that kind of language, and so
Yeah, absolutely. So, things I didn't like. I don't know. Being nitpicky, I guess they introduced this cultish characters, and then the next time we see them, they're dead.
okay.
I,
They
I
play
I'm
an
hoping
important
for
role.
some backstory there. What's
You
that?
will. They will be playing an important role.
Okay.
Their
Okay.
car in the game they call them scars because they have scars in their
Okay.
face.
Yeah, that makes
And
sense.
well, we'll talk about it in the segment the difference. And so, but yeah, it was kind of sad
Or
to see the little girl's body though. That was pretty
yeah.
harsh. And
Yeah.
so
And the Ellie and Dina immediately assume that this is the wolf, um, the people they're trying to hunt down.
they assume that it's the same group of people, but what they don't
Right. They assume
realize,
it's Abby's group.
yeah, there's a lot more of them than
That
a lot more of them than meets the eyes, as the Optimus Prime says. So
yeah. Okay. I don't. Yeah. I don't have a whole lot that I didn't
yeah,
like.
I don't. I'll be honest. I'll get it out of the way right now. I don't have anything I didn't like, and
Okay.
I played the game. I know how the game goes, and I know how, and I love the pacing of this episode. It was
Yeah.
we just had an emotional, freaking intense moment with Jackson and with Joel. Let's reel it
Yeah.
back in. Let's calm it down. Let the storm settle, and then let's get it going again. And then it was perfect. I love the fact that how a lot of times, like you said, if there's the main character, everybody wants let's go kill him because they killed Joel.
Yeah.
But in this case, it's not just Joel. Everybody suffers. And
Yeah.
I like how the writers made it together where like it's not just about Joel, it's about Jackson. Now Joel was the main guy that everybody knows, everybody loved, everybody trusted. But there was other people too who suffered, just like Ellie.
Yeah.
I like the fact they shed light to that. Like just because Ellie, I know Joe's important to you. There's also these people who died
Yeah.
that's
There's
important
people
to
that are
us.
important to us. Yeah.
Yeah. So I like that part. My three favorite scene in this episode, of course, is the one the first one when she goes to Joel's house, to her house, and she went into his room and thought, going through
I'm
her stuff,
frozen.
going through her. You are sorry, going through going through his stuff, and
Okay.
can you get it back?
Yeah.
There you go.
Give
I
me
got
give
you.
me a second.
You're good.
I'm gonna toggle something here.
I'm gonna keep going. So yeah, so I love the one that when she goes back to her house and Joel's house, she goes in the room, she just like trying to take it all in what's going on and realize he's no longer there, going through his stuff, and she that scene I
Oh yeah,
don't
she breaks down in tears.
tears when he touches it's just that's just so sad, man.
Yeah.
Knowing that she knows that he's gone. And so and then my other favorite scene of course is when they ride off to Seattle and
Mm.
she goes to the she goes to his grave and just basically
Oh yeah.
goodbye and she left the coffee beans. Now that
Yeah, I don't
co
know the significance of that.
it will come back. There's remember the scene I'm talking about that they will show eventually that
Yeah,
it,
that
it has to do with that scene. It will come back, and you'll understand why she
so
put the
and
coffee
that's
beans.
that's what Ellie's lying about to what's her name?
Yeah,
Oh, I should have talked about him. I should have talked to him, but I didn't. And there's nothing. It
yeah
was so she's lying about that.
yeah she thought so. We know there's a conversation that I've been telling about. So, and the other one is of course I think realize the pace of the show is going, and when they get to that group of the people who got killed by the wolf. I love that scene when Ellie goes and looks, when Dina goes and she throws up, and then she points,
Yeah.
she goes, and that look on her face, Ellie's face is like, oh no, what have we got ourselves into? If these guys are
Yeah.
this ruthless,
Yeah.
and so I think those are my favorite moments of the episode. That I didn't have any, honestly, nothing bad about the episode. I thought the pacing was perfect. I thought we need to reel it back, calm down, and let's get it. And then we know that the town Jackson is rebuilding,
Yeah.
trying to get back, and they know that the wall can't really protect them anymore. And so,
So they got to figure something out there.
yeah, so something's gonna happen, and so yeah, the episode was pretty much
Are we gonna are we gonna be back in Jackson, toward the end of the season, or
uh,
like you think Ellie and Dina, if they survive, are they coming back to Jackson?
yes, yes,
Okay.
they who comes back? I'm not gonna tell you, but we will. Let's just say we will be back in Jackson again.
the one of the main characters will be back in Jackson.
I don't know. I'll leave it at that.
We'll be back there. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm
So
some epic battle.
something's gonna happen, and
Okay.
it's gonna go down. Anyways,
My not knowing what happens in the game, I'm
that
expecting some
that's
kind of
why.
epic battle at Jackson.
Well, I'm sure. I don't know the writer. If the writer could change it, because remember in the second episode, none of that happened at Jackson. Nothing happened in Jackson. They
Oh
just
yeah, that's true.
it was just Joel getting killed. That's it. Jackson was completely fine. So anything else about
Okay.
the episode? I love
No,
Tommy.
I
I,
yeah.
I I love his character. He's coming to be kind of like that guy to protect Ellie and to keep her safe.
Yeah.
Um, the fact that Dina held that information from Tommy, and I love that
For 3 months.
for 3 months, and I love that conversation between Ellie and Tommy. And Tommy said, "Hey, I know him better than you. He was my brother.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
don't
Yeah.
forget, I'm his brother. I know who he is. I know how it is. So not
Yeah.
you're not the only like it's basically checking Ellie's like you're not the only one that knows who he is. I do too, and
Right.
all this
Yeah.
stuff. And so that's my favorite. That was one of my favorite scenes. And so
Yeah, that
yeah.
was good.
Anything else?
I yeah, no nothing else. I yeah.
Some
I
very
liked yeah, I don't have anything else to add. I
Seattle.
liked it.
They go to Seattle. Looks
They go
exactly
to
like
Seattle.
the game. Perfectly,
Okay.
perfectly.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And let's go. Let's go to the segment. The difference.
What's the difference?
Okay. The difference is there was no town meeting. None of that happened.
Really?
Nope.
Okay. So they
No.
are taking some creative liberties then
Yeah.
at
No
this story.
redemption for
Okay.
Stan or Ted, whatever his name is.
Seth.
Yeah, Seth, whatever his name is. I don't know his name.
Anyway,
But anyways, uh, none of that happened. Now, the only thing that really did happen is Allie didn't go see Joel's grave, nothing like that. But her and Dina did go to Seattle. Now, the difference in the game is the game starts and we comes. It's about 3 or 4 months later in the game as well, and it comes to they're at Ellie's house. Marie comes to the house and basically said, "Hey, uh, no, no. Excuse me. Let me rhyme back. Tommy comes to the house, and Tommy said, "Hey, I know who these people are." So Tommy's the one that knows who these people are.
Tommy's the one that knows who they are.
He found out the information about them, not Dina. Dina, it just in the game,
Okay.
she just tags along. I'm not sure if they're gonna do it, but the relationship between Dina and Ellie is a little bit different than what they're presenting in the show. In the game, by this time, they already had sex
Sex.
together. Yeah,
Yeah.
and but so I, so the dynamic in that, but in the show, she says she's not gay. She says she's straight,
Yeah.
and so that's kind of so they're kind of like playing with that in that field. Uh, so what happened is Tommy comes, give them the information, and we're gonna, they're thinking of going to revenge them. Tommy goes away. Maria comes back and says Tommy left. Tommy went to Seattle first in the game.
Oh.
He basically went hunting. Tommy went hunting first, and Maria comes to Ellie's house and said he left because of you, because he didn't want you to go, because he knew that you would go, and so he decided to take it upon himself to go do this. So Ellie and Dina decide, okay, we're gonna go get Tommy, go follow him and go help him. No council meeting.
Oh. Yeah. That's interesting.
And instead of the guy, Ted or whatever his name is, because he gave him the gun, gave him the horse, and opened the door for him in the game. Well, in the show, in the game, Marie is the one that gave him the supplies and then send him off
Oh.
to go see. So
Okay.
Maria, yeah. So the game takes a little bit of liberty. We don't meet the Scars until we get to Seattle in the game, and the Scars and the Wolf have been at war for a very long time. At first, they had a treaty where there was peace between them, but of course, as the years go by, the treaty broke in and they start killing each other for
Sure.
land, for property, and for all that stuff.
For
And so
resources. Yeah.
they're gonna become enemies. And when Ellie goes in there, we don't know. She kills a lot of the Scars and a lot of Wolf in the game. So I'm not sure how the show's gonna go. It
Hmm.
seems like they seems like they're setting up to be more sympathetic towards the Scars than the Wolf by introducing us to them and then getting them killed. They're setting up that the wolf are just ruthless, more ruthless than they are, and they're just trying to survive because they were trying to survive. They were getting away from the wolf to go to a better place for the kid for their family and their kids. If you go back and watch episode 3, that's what they said.
Hmm. Yeah.
So in the game, Dina goes with Ellie to go. Now there's a scene in there. This is a major spoiler alert. If you don't want to hear this, you can mute now.
A major spoiler alert.
Um, so when they so in the show, Dina found those bodies and she comes running out, right? She comes running back and she starts throwing up. Why does she throw
Yeah.
up? Why?
She never seen a dead kid before,
That's not true. She's
or
go put
the
she went
scars on their face.
no. She's pregnant.
Oh, Dina's pregnant.
Dina's pregnant. And
Ah,
that's in the game. She was pregnant. In the game, Ellie will find out later. And you can
with
guess who the
Jesse's kid.
yes, there you go. You can guess who the father
Yeah,
is because
yeah.
in the show and in the tent she says she's back with Jesse.
Oh,
So
yeah, yeah.
yeah, so she's pregnant, and so that's why she threw up. It's not because she hasn't seen the dead
Okay.
body before.
Yeah,
She's
okay, that makes sense.
so that's the big it's coming, and so other than that,
Hmm.
that's where the show ends. And so I'm gonna end there. There's more that I can go on, but I'm not going to. We'll talk about that in the next episode. And yeah, I thought the
So,
episode.
do you think they're going to bring Tommy to Seattle then?
I'm guessing yes, because something
Yeah, I
happens to
mean, why wouldn't
Tommy.
they?
There's something happened to Tommy in the game that will affect him later in his life, because of what happened in the game when he went to Seattle, and so
When he went to Seattle? Okay.
yeah. So there's a lot of stuff that's gonna happen, a lot of different event that people will be like, well, be shocked at what happens. So it's we're gonna get Joel flashback. It, excuse me. Eventually, because remember, Ellie
We
was
got to
mad
see
at
that scene.
and that scene as well, and Ellie finds out she will find out what happened to her at Salt Lake, and it's gonna blow up, and so. But I don't know what episode that will
Hmm.
come on, but there'll be a flashback. There should
So
be,
she's going to find out that they were going to try to kill her or they were
yeah.
going to kill her.
At this moment in the show, that was already out. She already finds out.
Oh, she already knows.
She already knows. That's why she was pissed at him in the beginning of the show, in the beginning of the season.
I thought she was pissed because she knew he lied about something, but didn't know what.
It's about Salt Lake, about the last season that he,
Yeah, yeah, but
yeah.
I didn't think she knew the truth. I just think she
She
knew. I thought in my mind she was pissed because she knew he lied, but didn't know what about.
No, she knows now. She knows
So she knows
at this moment. She knows the
at
whole
this
truth.
point in the timeline, she knows
Yeah.
everything that's okay.
So there will be a flashback to tell you how she knows, how she found out.
Okay.
So that's gonna come up. There's gonna be a couple of them, a couple of flashback with Pedro Pascal coming back
Pedro
as
Pascal.
Joel. Yeah, and so.
Okay.
Anyways,
Cool.
anything else?
No, I'm excited to see to watch how this unfolds because
Yeah,
I have no idea.
I'm
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 on
loving I'm loving it, but I have to admit the hype is not the same as the first season.
okay.
I don't get a lot of people talking about this. And if you go to Rotten Tomato, the audience score is low.
Really?
Yeah. But the
Why do
critics
you think that is?
I
Is it
don't
because they killed
know.
off Joel?
I think so. I think it has to do with that too. Remember we had that discussion?
Yeah, we did.
Uh
And I was like, it's not gonna. I don't think it's gonna impact it, but maybe it has.
maybe it has, man.
So this it was. Is it this episode that's got the low scores? The whole season so far
No, the whole series so far.
got the low reviews.
Yeah, I think they got
Interesting.
but the critics review is at 90 something. So the critics loves it, which
What's
is
the
kind of
audience score that's low?
let me find out. I think it's at like 60, dude.
Really?
I think. Yeah.
That seems pretty low.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Are you gonna go
Like
see
I don't know. I don't want to see what's. I don't see.
okay. So The
What,
Last of
yeah.
Us right now is sitting at 95% add up for
Critics reviews.
critics. For audience, 50%.
50%. Wow. They're not.
They're not liking it.
Wow.
Yeah, they're not liking it. That's
They're not
insane.
hitting it home with the audience then, huh?
No, I guess not, man. But the critics loves it. 50, I mean, 95 is really good,
95% critical review,
It's crazy.
50% audience. Yeah, I wonder what it is.
Well, let's read it. Let's read some of it.
Probably have to read some reviews to understand what's going on.
So here's Amy W. I don't understand the good review for this second series. I was so disappointed. The father-daughter type chemistry between Joel and Ellie in the first series was measurable. Killing him off first season was like watching a series versus yeah. So see, as someone who loved season one and the first game, season two sucks. Insane ass. Absolutely garbage. Unlike a lot of people, I love Pedro as Joe, but the acting from everyone this season, I don't think this guy knows what he's talking about. Like,
They don't like the acting.
what the heck are you see?
What are they watching?
I don't know what they're watching, and I
Who they basing their
I
yeah,
can't take
anyway.
I can't take them serious because they like what do you mean? It's the same group of people that was in the first season.
Yeah, the first season.
And now the first one she said is because they killed him off. I'm like, yeah, I can see, I can. But here's the
Yeah, I
thing,
could see that.
guys, we've already done that father daughter part. It was season one. You have to
Yeah.
change it up. You
Yeah.
have to change it up. Because if you're gonna do this over again, it's just then what's the point of having season two? You're not progressing the character. You're not building their arc. You're just
Yeah.
they're just gonna stay stagnant if they stay the same way as they were.
What Ellie said something to the effect in episode 2. You can stop talking about me and Joel and I think she was really talking to the audience.
Yeah, right.
It's
People have said dumb stuff
it's not gonna
before.
continue. It's they're not gonna change. Just move on because you're not getting them back.
Well, there's only gonna be three seasons, so I don't know how else they can stretch this out. But
Yeah,
part
how are they gonna stretch to 3 seasons?
well, I know for a fact that the season will end with Ellie perspective. The season two, seasons three will start off as Abby's perspective, and then you'll
Oh,
and it'll come in
okay.
full circle. Because that's what you do in the game.
Okay.
You play as Ellie, and then
You play
half the
both?
game, and then you play as Abby, and she goes through her stuff, and the way she goes through her stuff is pretty. I mean, come on, Joe killed her dad. I mean,
Yeah.
let's be
Yeah.
real, guys. Joe deserved to die. I'm not. I know I said that pretty
He was
meanly,
a bad
but
dude. He was a
uh,
bad dude.
perspective matters here. You think Joe's a good guy for saving Ellie? True, but he killed a lot of people to do so. So
Yeah.
maybe to
Yeah.
us, to you, to Ellie, he's a good guy, but in their perspective, he's an evil guy. So come on,
Yeah.
have an open mind. I'm talking to the internet. They never have an open mind.
Yeah. Yeah. Wrong person. Wrong audience.
And
Just kidding.
anyways, I think that's it for us. Episode three was solid. I can't wait to episode four. We're gonna see what happens.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure when I end this podcast, my wife's gonna look at me and it's like, I heard what you said. That spoiler part. I know she's gonna say it. So but anyways, folks, let us know what you think of episode three. Apparently it's only 50% on Rotten Tomatoes for the audience score, which is insane. I don't think any of those
Yeah.
audience know what they're talking about. They've never seen the show in their life, and anyways,
Well, half of them might.
half of them might. Uh, Comment down below what you think of this episode. Give us subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to like that button. Next week we'll be back to review episode four. It should be good. Watch out for our Andor episode 4, 5, and 6.
4, 5,
Oh
and 6.
man, it was so good. It was
Yeah,
so
I'm
good.
excited.
It was so good. It was so many, and it was just a real preview here, really quick. It wasn't even all the action. It was just more. It was playing chess with the fast-paced music,
Yes.
with the
Yes.
fast-paced music to make it look like this, intense and there. But it was just a lot of dialogue, a lot of planning, a lot of strategic moves that they do.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
anyways, until then, folks, be kind.